Wrong mask, wrong guns, wrong alt line? Who's to say? We're running out of December days. The Christmas spirit is thoroughly upon us, and the Hanukkah spirit as well. Don't feel left out, Kwanzaa celebrators, all of the assorted wintry seasons. Winter is here. Winter has arrived. And so I'd like to take this time, a brief pause before we get into the thick of things, to say thank you. Thank you for being here, for spending your time with me. It's been a strange and tumultuous year for a number of reasons, both in life and on the channel, but the numbers, they get bigger, and while I don't really care about ever being super famous like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye, any of the big boys of YouTube, it does make me very happy that almost 600 people have chosen to spend their time here and just hear what I have to say about silly things, mostly Pokemon. So, thank you. Thank you. And hopefully you've been having some fun as well. Speaking of fun, do you know what's out? Do you know what has released? Marvel Rivals is out. It's finally released. It's free. It's very fun. So you know what that means. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hero up!
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
The God of Thunder!
Man, I've always wanted to do that. Welcome! Welcome everyone. Marvel Rivals is out, and with it, lots and lots of discussion online. There's plenty to talk about in-game and out, so let's just dive right into it. Let's chat. The game is out after a very well-received beta test. It's finally launched, and oh boy, have I been playing a lot of it. It's really fun. 33 heroes, several maps, plenty of cosmetics, 76% of the game already worse than me. And what do we have to show for it? People bitching on the internet about no one picking Duelist. Oh, hero shooters. Yes, of course, this game has fallen prey to the classic hero shooter issue of everyone wants to kill, nobody wants to heal. We've been seeing this for years, decades at this point. At least a decade, since we've had multiplayer of any kind that has different roles, people just tend to gravitate towards one role. Now, here is the answer to this question that I've been seeing a lot of on the internet, and that is role queue. Absolutely fucking not. Role queue is a terrible idea. Just absolutely abysmal, and here's why. We can zoom out a little. We can use role queue as an example, but to zoom out, the reason that this game has found the success that it has, not the reason, but a significant reason, every character is busted. They're all stupid good. You've seen look at him. Look at Jeff. Look at this adorable little menace. He's getting team wipes constantly, and he's a healer. Black Widow's got a 2-tap. Hawkeye's got a 1-tap. Hela cannot stay on the ground. She just well, she's got us to death. It makes sense. But like, if I have to hear again, I gotta go. But that is, in and of itself, the balance of this game. No, the wonderful part about this game is that no one feels oppressive. Everyone has the potential to be very good. I am certain that in as much as I've played it, which, well, a lot, is not a huge amount, I've probably been threatened and dominated by each hero, I shouldn't have said it that way, by every hero in the roster. There's been a really, really good every hero so far that just cleans up the lobby. And that is a testament to the balance of this game. It's not muted. Whereas with things like Valorant, the goal of balance seems to have been don't let any one character run away with things, whether or not they've been able to find success with that or not. The design philosophy here seems to be, let every character run away with things. You want to play as Rocket Raccoon? Cool. Here's a buff ult for everyone and a fucking Gatling gun. You want to be Groot? Cool, it's Fortnite now. You want to be the damn Punisher?
Judge, jury.
Get the hell out of my way. Every character has something stupid in their kit, and that's awesome. And it makes sense. You're playing as superheroes. Let's let the hero fantasy play out. This is perfect. This is the perfect design philosophy for a game like this. Let everyone be busted. I hope no one gets nerfed. The people that are near the top of this game, up in the what would be competitive once competitive starts, are finding heroes that shine a little more frequently than others. Specifically Hela and Hawkeye. I've seen dominating tier lists left and right. Thank you, Flats. But I genuinely hope that they do not receive any nerfing. Everyone should come up to that level. No one should be brought down. That is how I hope and pray that this game will be balanced. Because it's just fun. You get in there with an Iron Fist or a Black Panther and just absolutely tear people to pieces. Or you send a bullet screaming from half the map away with Widow. Or Han... Oop, almost slipped up there. Hawkeye. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room.
We are Overwatch.
Now, I love Overwatch. I do. At least I used to. It's kind of in a sorry state as of now, and boy, do a lot of people seem to think that this is going to be the nail in the coffin for Overwatch. But other people seem to think that this game won't stick around long because it's quote-unquote ripping off Overwatch. So, we're gonna put this beast to bed. Here is every ability in Marvel Rivals that has a direct parallel in Overwatch. Diva Pistol, Diva Mech, Diva Guns, Zarya Bubble, Me, You, and Us version, On a Sleep Dart, Honk, and Shoe, Reinhardt's Fire Strike, both charges, Primal Rage, Black Hole, Ryan's Hammer, Ryan's Shield, Pile Driver, Meteor Strike, Genji's Climb, Soldier Sprint, Shield Bash, Pile Driver, again, Personal Shield, Rally, Sigma Balls, Mercy's Glide, and even Meteor Strike, Genji's Dash, Old Sombra's Cloak, Queen's Knife, Lucio's Music, Lucio's Amp It Up, Genji's Dash, again, Hanzo's Climb and Jump, Junkrat's Bombs, Pharah's Jump, Old Doom's Uppercut, Genji's Jump, Death Blossom, Tracer's Guns, Diva's Dash, the rest of Death Blossom's Bouquet, Cassidy's Roll, Valkyrie and Nanovisor, Hanzo's Bow, Hanzo's Jump, Dragon Blade, Doom's Passive, Nano Blade, Ash's Gun, both halves, Soldier Sprint, Orisa's Javelin, Soldier's Rifle, Reaper's Shotgun, Bastion's Turret, Kiriko's Kunai, Echo's Glide, Genji's Shuriken, Widow's Grapple, Genji's Double Jump, again, Pharah's Rockets, Symmetra's Beams, Diva's Dash, again, Cassidy's Gun, Doom's Charge, Lucio's Boop, Moira's Suck, Moira's Fade, Juno's Glide, a fourth Glide for good measure, Sigma's Ult, Echo's Ult, Soldier's Heal, Moira Still Sucks, Kiri Still Got Kunais, Transcendence, Juno's Gun, Moira's Orb, one last Flyer's Glide just to really round it out, Blink, Cease Your Resistance, both of Zen's Balls, and Mercy's Mass Res. Fuck! Oh no, Creamtown! I still need you. Now, are all of these egregious theft? No, absolutely not. Things like Reaper's Shotgun or Soldier's Main Gun is not an Overwatch original. Overwatch did not invent shotguns or assault rifles or the ability to glide. In fact, most of the abilities on here are pretty easy concepts to come up with parallel think. Thing that makes your teammates shoot faster. Everybody that's dead, come back. Roll and reload at the same time. Most of the guns. At the end of the day, most of these comparisons fall under the category of, this is a pretty simple thing. Overwatch did not invent sprinting or bows and arrows. And it's not like Marvel Rivals has High Noon in it, or something that does the gravity, like, pick everyone up and slam them back down. The most compelling argument you'd be able to make for plagiarism is in the flavor of abilities. And pretty much across the board, the flavor is different. as long as it's not an ability that is having a bow. There's not a huge way to reflavor that. No, the real argument that anyone could make about this is game modes. Here's where things get a little sticky, because as far as we have right now, there are 2 ways to play Marvel Rivals. Capture the control point, first to 2, which is exactly like Overwatch, or payload. 3 points, get to the end, it's worth 3 points. If both teams make it, start from the top with the amount of time you held over. That's pretty much exactly the same, especially when you include the hybrid mode of 1 point and 2 payload sections. That's pretty directly 1 for 1. But again, that's a pretty, these are pretty baseline concepts. If we want to get really in the weeds, pushing the payload existed before Overwatch. Have you heard of TF2? And hold the point has existed forever. Hell, this is in Call of Duty. Overwatch, you didn't invent King of the Hill, even if it is team-based King of the Hill. There's really not a very strong argument from a legal standpoint, or even from a flavor standpoint, that we're ripping off Overwatch. No, I think why everyone is so in the weeds about this is because up until now, Overwatch didn't have a ton of competition, at least in its very specific niche. What do I mean by this? Well, let's look at some of the FromSoft games. Now granted, these are all released by the same company, but I'm going to use it as an example. Pretty much all of the FromSoft games play pretty much the same. Granted, there are definitely flavor differences, but at the end of the day, it's boss rush, bunch of hard things, go to places, unlock some shortcuts, fight another boss, usually get your teeth kicked in over and over until you make it happen. And you get a couple of different flavors going Eldritch with Bloodborne, Knights and Kings with Dark Souls, and plenty of monsters. Japanese for Sekiro, and now fantasy for Elden Ring. Granted, Elden Ring mixes it up a little bit because of the more open world nature of it. But my point is, these are very similar games, and yet they have different heart and different feeling to them. But they push each other to be better. And that is a little bit different again because it's the same company. But in the same way that Valorant gave a true competitor with some slight flavor differences to CSGO, in that it's the same tactical 5v5, get the bomb down and get it up. Like, that's the same core gameplay loop. But Valorant didn't kill CSGO, and CS2 did that. No, my point is that both games are made stronger for having something to compare it to. Now, you may not like Valorant or Bloodborne. That's fine. It's not about liking any one specific game. It's the fact that a challenge gives us something to rise to. And these companies having a challenge to rise to makes for better games all around. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So all of you people that are holding out for Overwatch, trying to defend Overwatch from Marvel Rivals, both games are still out. You can enjoy both of them. Go give Marvel Rivals a try. It's really fun. And for anyone that has become a diehard Marvel Rivals fan, that's like, yes, this is what will put Overwatch in the ground finally. Why? Take a moment, pump the hate brakes. Why do you want Overwatch to die? I don't want Overwatch to die. I want Overwatch to get better. Here are the 2 eventualities. Either one of the 2 games wins, and then the other one is gone, stops getting service, and eventually the server's shut down, and you just can't play it anymore. Or we let the 2 games push each other to be better and continue to enjoy both of them. And then, in the same part of the timeline where one of them would fully die and we'd be left with just one option, we instead have 2 great games, both starting to branch away from each other even though they started in the same general point, and they become 2 different spectacular pieces of entertainment. Why wouldn't you want that to be the answer? It's very easy to get caught up in the competitive, possessive, mine's better. No, mine's better. I like this one, so it's better. I like this one, and it is better, so yours should die. Yours should stop, because mine's better. But that is destructive. And it's destructive for the people saying that, regardless of which side you're on. So, do I think that Marvel Rivals is going to kill Overwatch? No, I really don't. Blizzard is a huge company, and yeah, they're a pretty shitty company. But instead of hoping for the downfall of something that has been bad, why don't we all take a little time this Christmas and hope for things to be better. That sounds pretty super to me. And hey, if you want to play Marvel Rivals with me, come hang out in the Discord. We've kind of been popping off over there. Things are ramping up. There are plenty of people to talk to and things to do. By the time this is out, it'll probably be getting close to, or we'll have already had the second watch party for that little bet I've got going on with one Danny Mata. If you haven't checked that out, that's right here. And a big thanks to our patrons, Malayik and the others. If you would like to hear your name said in my voice, well, why don't you go check out the Patreon. They heard about this video early. And they got all sorts of other things. Alternate cuts of videos, extended cuts. Hopefully by the time this is out, there will be a little bit of fresh fan fiction reading over there by this poor sap. Hey, thanks this poor sap. You were really helpful with this video. I think that's everything I got. So I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, a wonderful Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever else that you're celebrating, winter solstice. Come hang out in the Discord, tell me, or in the comments, just let me know what you're wishing for Christmas, and I will talk to the Red Man myself and see if we can't get you signed up. After all, we've got one of his favorite elves right here. Merry Christmas, everyone, and get excited for the best of video 2 weeks from now. New Year!